It's currently 2 a.m. Wow. Hey, it's Tiffany, and today I'm gonna tell you a story about how my friends fucked next to me. I'm not mentioning anyone's real name in this video. So the summer of 2015, I had like a bunch of friends sleep over at my house. There was like 8 of us at my house, including me. There were 3 guys, and the rest of us were girls. There was like, I don't even know, 5 girls? Yeah. And we were like having a sleepover, you know, that shit. So basically, I was sleeping on the floor, right? And then, I know, weird at my house, but I mean, whatever, people want to sleep on my bed. Okay, and we're gonna name the 2 guys Jeremy and Henry. Okay, so I was closest to the bed, because my bed is like in the corner of the room, and I was sleeping closest to the bed. And then Jeremy was sleeping in the middle, and then, so directly next to me. And then Henry was sleeping farthest away from me, which was right next to like my mirror, my mirror closet. And basically, so we all went to sleep, right? We were just like sleeping, you know, the usual. And then I couldn't sleep, right? And I was like just laying there because it's the floor. It's kind of uncomfortable. And then I hear kind of like the smooching noise of like the smacking. It's like the smacking noise of kissing. And I was like, and I was like the only one awake. And I was like, what the fuck? My friend Christine, she was sound asleep on my bed, fucking deep sleeper, along with, let's name the other one, Mary. She was sleeping on the bed, like, they were out, like, Audi 5000, like, all the way. And then the other 2, I think they were, like, dating. We're gonna name them Michael and Rachel. Michael and Rachel were sleeping on the foot of the bed, which is basically, like, at the end where, like, your feet are, if you didn't know that. And, let's see. Rachel was sleeping closest to it, and then Michael was on the other side towards where my dresser is. And that's the sleeping arrangements, how we were. When I heard the smacking, I was like, what the fuck? Because it was like pitch black in my room, and I was like, what? I was like, oh, it's... At first I thought I was like, oh, it's probably Rachel and Michael, like, just making out or something, because they were like a thing. And I was like, okay, whatever. I also kind of heard like mumble whispers type of thing, like where they were like very quietly speaking to each other, but I couldn't quite make out what they were saying because like I have shitty hearing, even though they were like right near me, but I didn't know it at the time. So I was like, okay, like who's talking? Like, and it sounded kind of like Jeremy and Henry. I was like, oh, they're probably just like talking because they can't sleep. I didn't really think anything of it, and I was like, okay, I'll try to go to sleep. We were all kind of sharing like a blanket, and they kept like moving it like constantly, like it was like a blanket and a sheet, and it was like continuously moving, and I was like, what the fuck? I was like, what is going on? Like, I kind of had a weird suspicion because they had like some sexual tension going on just kind of whenever they were near each other, and I was like, just in general, and I was like, okay, but I was like, whatever about it, because like not my business. But then I kind of heard like, it wasn't like smacking, like kissing smacking, but it was kind of like occasional, like, it was kind of occasional like hits on like skin, and I was like, what the fuck? I was like, I'm gonna go to sleep. And I tried to go to sleep, and I could not sleep because I was all paranoid that something was happening, and I was like, what the fuck? And I was laying there on my back, like I was laying there like this with like my hands like crossed like this, but they were on my stomach, and I was just laying there like that. So I like turned away from them so I could like not be near them, and then Jeremy says something. He like whispers, he goes, shh, be quiet, I don't want them to hear us. And I was like, you've been heard. Reminder, they did not know that I was awake and hearing everything that was going on and like feeling what was going on, because it was kind of crammed, and I kind of felt like Jeremy's like back on me, and like it was constantly moving, and I was like, okay, great, awesome. And I didn't want to be like See, I thought about like interrupting and being like, what the fuck are you doing? But like everyone was asleep and I was like, I didn't want to like, I guess embarrass them, you could say. Even though they were literally like doing it on the fucking floor of my bedroom. Like, kind of disrespectful, not gonna lie. And I know they're probably gonna watch this and be like, oops, now I feel bad, but like, don't feel bad, it's whatever. Because I don't care anymore, but like, it was pretty nasty. This was literally happening for like 2 hours. Like, I kept hearing and like feeling this shit for 2 fucking hours. I could not sleep. Not gonna lie, at some points during this 2-hour span, I heard like small, like very slight, like moans. And I was like, oh no. Oh no. Like, it was pretty like traumatizing, honestly, for a while. But then I was like, you know, everyone has sex, but like, why in front of their friends? Like, why? You think you would want to do that in a private area, but I guess they didn't care. They were just like, let's do it. I was just laying there like, oh my fucking god, are they fucking next to me? Are they seriously doing this? Like, why? Like, with other people in the room, what would you have done if everyone in the room woke up and heard you? Not just me. Like, that would be embarrassing, because I talked to them about it the next day and they were so embarrassed. They didn't even want to talk about it. Jeremy and Henry did not want to talk about it. They were so embarrassed, and I was like, alright. I don't judge, but like, really, next to me, why? But I wasn't too mad because it was like, whatever, but it was kind of nasty, honestly, but I wasn't too pissed about it, honestly. Rachel told me the next day that she woke up in the middle of the night as well, and she like heard them and saw like their bodies moving, because she kind of like the way she was sleeping on her stomach, and she like saw them when she like lifted her head up, like she looked directly at them, and she was like, I don't know what her reaction was, honestly, but she saw them too, so for like a little while, but she managed to go back to sleep. I don't know how, but she did, and I did not. Thank you for that experience, Jeremy and Henry. Thank you so much. It was great. Okay, that was pretty much it that happened. Nothing too crazy. I thought about, honestly, just calling them out and being like, what the fuck are you doing, Jeremy and fucking Henry? Like, are you fucking? But I feel like they would have been like, and the whole night would have been awkward. We wouldn't have been able to sleep. So I just kind of left it alone. But that's all. That was, that. And I'll hopefully see you next week. Okay, bye.